I have a new video for you guys because the Free Britney movement finally got some good news. This experienced former federal prosecutor, Mathew Rosengart, is stepping in to free Britney. He will be attending her hearing this week and will hopefully become her lawyer. If I was Britney's father, Jamie Spears, I would run. So let's go ahead and get into it. So today's video is going to be a quick one because there's just been so much happening in the Free Britney movement. I've been thinking about doing maybe a daily live stream to kind of catch up on everything. It's just so hard to keep track. But when I heard that she was going to have this new lawyer step in and that they've been having conversations, I knew I had to talk about it because her old lawyer, Samuel Ingham, Mr. Groundhog Man, he was doing nothing for her besides collecting $10,000 a week from her estate. So today we're going to have this new guy jump in, and I have a good feeling it's going to be a win for Britney. But at the end of the day, it's all down to the judge, Judge Brenda Penny. Even though Britney's temporary co-conservator, Jodi Montgomery, has recommended that Judge Brenda Penny allows Britney to pick her own lawyer, at the end of the day, she's in a conservatorship for dementia. So if Judge Brenda Penny honors the conservatorship, she's going to say no. And if that happens, we ride. But let's go ahead and take a look at this article from the New York Times. So like I mentioned earlier, we've got a prominent lawyer who is named Mathew Rosengart. He is a former federal prosecutor, and he's actually going to be attending Britney's hearing on Wednesday, which I don't even how did he get it through the door? I guess he can get there because Britney wants him there, but he's actually going to be making a case to the judge that he needs to be the one representing Britney. And if he does, guys, he's going to be going in. Actually, when Britney had her hearing on June 23rd, he commented, I believe this is LinkedIn, and he wrote very compelling and righteous testimony. And I was hyped to see that he was there watching, and I believe that he's prepared and maybe has been taking notes. So the plan is that he will take over as Britney's counsel starting Wednesday. And if he does, that is going to be huge for her. The article talks a little bit about her past and why the conservatorship is really just not just. But at the end, they talk about Britney's approach. And she wants to take an aggressive legal approach. Sue your whole family, Britney. They're reporting that Britney has been speaking to Mathew the past few days. So it looks like they're probably getting along. Whoever this source is, they tend to go to TMZ. I really feel like Britney's conservatorship team and the TMZ have a bizarre connection because TMZ is always reporting on these things first. And actually, whoever this source was went to TMZ and told them, that Britney and Mathew were having those conversations, but she cannot retain him yet because she's in this conservatorship. So Judge Brenda Penny is going to have to sign off. I'm not trying to segue from this article, but I have to mention that Judge Brenda Penny, who I don't love, we'll have to see after this next hearing, but she really hasn't been on Britney's team this entire time. She seems to be really entrenched in Hollywood, and actually her son is a director, I believe. He blocked me on Twitter, of course, because he likes to play dumb when it comes to Free Britney. People are asking him talk to your mom, and he's what are you talking about? It's she's literally judge for this case. But anyways, I don't trust her, so I feel if she says that Britney can't retain him, then there's some serious corruption going on here. Maybe she got him this director job in Hollywood and she just gets paid off by Hollywood elites. But here's that article from TMZ that broke the news that Mathew was going to be stepping in. And he seems to be a well-known guy. There are a bunch of celebrities who he has worked with, so it looks like he's got a good track record. I don't know if the New York Times is just trying to hype us up, but this paragraph, if allowed by the court, Mrs. Spears' retaining of Mathew Rosengart would signal a drastic change in the handling of the case, which it would. They also write that Mathew would be expected to aggressively pursue a path of ending the arrangement, which is perfect. What's really interesting when it comes to Britney's case is all of the turnover. There's more turnover there than the freaking McDonald's. Literally, in the last 2 weeks, we've lost Larry Rudolph. We've lost Samuel Ingham, her lawyer for the past, 13 years, who's done nothing, little to nothing for her. And it just looks like, I mean, remember, Bessemer Trust actually stepped down. Loeb and Loeb is gone. I mean, last year we lost Lou and Taylor, so everyone is dropping like flies. Supposedly, Samuel Ingham is still around until Wednesday when she gets a new lawyer, hopefully gets a new lawyer, and then he's out of here, which is about time because he's been making so much money off of her. And like I said earlier, I mean, the last few months he's been doing a bunch of things. Okay, I get it, but like years and years before that, he did nothing. And people over here on Twitter are trying to do hashtag Kingham. Like King Ingham, like he's a king or something. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Let's read a little bit about Mathew Rosengart. So they write that he's 58 years old. He once was a law clerk back in New Hampshire. It also looks like he worked at the Justice Department. After leaving the Justice Department, he worked as a white-collar defense attorney and civil litigator. In recent years, he has been representing several high-profile Hollywood personalities, including Sean Penn, Steven Spielberg, and Kenneth Lonergan. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Excuse my ignorance. I don't know who that is. Kenneth Lonergan. Gone? Let's move on. They actually talk a little bit about Sean Penn's case with Mr. Mathew Rosengart, and they wrote that he helped him win a defamation case against a director who made claims about Mr. Penn's past behavior. The lawyer produced an affidavit from Madonna, okay, Madonna, the actor's ex-wife, that refuted the director's assertions. Mr. Penn said in his statement on Sunday that Mr. Rosengart is tough as nails street fighter with a big brain and bigger principles. Oh my gosh, I'm like sweating over here hearing that. Like, that's exactly what we need. They did mention Madonna in that article, so I have to mention Madonna's recent post. So she shared on her Instagram that she is ready to free Britney. She wrote, "Give this woman her life back. Slavery was abolished so long ago. There's a greedy patriarchy that has been doing this to women for centuries. This is a violation of human rights. Britney, we coming to get you out of jail," which I'm like, wait, was Mathew her lawyer? I don't think Mathew was her lawyer, but can you imagine if like Madonna was like, "Mathew, you need to get in here." But back to the article, because they talk a little bit about Samuel Ingham and Britney's hearing, because she really questioned this man's like advocacy for her. And I feel like that speaks volumes, because for months he's been saying that he talks to Britney, that they're back and forth, but it doesn't sound like he's ever listened to her. Yes, maybe they've spoken, but he's never listened to her wishes, and that she had no idea that she could end her conservatorship, something she's been miserable in. When Britney said in that courtroom, "I didn't know I could petition the conservatorship to be ended. I'm sorry for my ignorance, but I honestly did not know that. My attorneys say I can't. It's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me." So what? This man has been telling her some false information, because it's time to expose. She said, "He told me I should keep it to myself." Really? Really? No. Because the world has been shouting "Free Britney," so of course they wanted to silence her and try to convince her that being silent is the best option, which it's not. Ever since she's spoken up, it's lit a huge fire, in the movement. Everyone is so much more passionate because we know straight from Britney that she wants this. They do mention Britney's mom towards the end of the article because, she's been very complacent with this conservatorship, and she's also been a major enabler, really just stepping up in the last year to try to save her daughter, probably collecting some coin on the side. But her lawyer is a savage. Actually, I loved how he spoke to Britney in the hearing, and he is requesting that Britney should be able to hire her own legal counsel, which is good. We got more people in that courtroom saying that Britney needs to hire her own lawyer. So if that judge doesn't, then we're going to be like, what? They also talk a little bit about Jodi Montgomery, and honestly, Jodi's a little bit problematic in my opinion because she's like a professional conservator, but it does seem like she's recently switched up and she's trying to, fight for Britney and kind of going against James. It's like, Jamie. His name is James, but like everyone calls him Jamie. And I'm like, okay, James Spears, Jamie, whatever. Anyways, they go at each other now using TMZ and other sources, and it looks like Jodi again is actually trying to fight for Britney. This article writes that Jodi Montgomery Montgomery recently filed an urgent request for the court to appoint a guardian who would be assigned solely to help Britney choose her own lawyer. The filing stated that Ms. Spears has been repeatedly and consistently asking Ms. Montgomery's assistant in finding a new lawyer, and that Ms. Spears deserved to be represented by a top-tier firm. Exactly. And Mathew Rosengart is part of one of those top-tier firms. He works at Greenberg, and I'm not even going to say that word because it's like German. I tried listening to YouTube videos on how to say it. I cannot. So he works at this law firm. They have about 2,200 really experienced lawyers, and I feel pretty good about it. I did go to their website, and it seems legit. I mean, anyone can make a good website, so it doesn't really matter. But it looks nice, and they look like they're high-tech, and that, this is going to be a tough fight for Jamie's lawyers. Speaking of Jamie's lawyers, it was recently revealed that they've been spending a ton of money to keep Britney trapped. When I said Jodi and Jamie are going at it, they're truly going at it, because actually Jodi filed a new document that claims that Jamie Spears spent $2 million to try to stay, remain as her conservator. Oh my gosh, that's so much money. Just thrown down the drain. Literally in the court filing, it reads that Jodi claimed that Britney has wished her father out of her life for years, out of her life, and that he has spent more than $2 million of his daughter's money to remain conservator of her estate, which is absolutely disgusting. This man is going to get what's coming to him, and honestly, I'm really excited to see this guy step up in the courtroom, speak to the judge, and tell her exactly what she needs to hear, that he needs to be part of this fight and that Britney's constitutional rights were violated. It's a lot. But if you guys have anything you guys want me to mention in my next Free Britney video, here's my email below. Or if you have any video ideas for me, just feel free to email me. I do have a P.O. Box package item I'm going to open for you guys because it's starting to pile up. So I just want to open this one from Lauryn. And it looks like she's from, I think the United States. I think that's the United States. I don't like to say people's state anymore because, people are like, don't do that. And I don't want to, expose people. Let's go ahead and see. Ooh, okay. Dear Sloan, I'm a fairly new subscriber to your channel. Oh, thank you. And I just wanted to thank you for being a voice for people who are unable to speak for themselves. You cover the important topics, and I look forward to your videos every week. I wanted to send you a package with some items from my Etsy shop that I thought you might enjoy. It looks like her Etsy is Fluorite Moon, which is so cute. And I'm going to list everything below, of course. And I love how she has descriptions here because I can't remember what to do with all these things, and it looks like car protection. I love that. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I get a little bit of anxiety because I really hate being in a car. Traveling and stuff gives me so much anxiety. I feel like I'm gonna pass away in a car accident, to be honest. It's a big fear of mine. Anyways, I'm gonna put these stones in my car as soon as possible so that I can protect myself. Oh my gosh, are these Sims? I'm so excited. Oh, Focus. So this one's Focus, which is, it looks like it's a rub-on. Oh my gosh. This is going to stay at the desk because this is definitely going to make me focus. And it really smells really nice. And it just looks so cool. But this one says sleep. And I'm going to put this one on right now because it's actually 11 p.m. at night. So let's go ahead and see. Oh my gosh. Oh, my boyfriend's going to love it. Literally smells just such good sleepiness. It's got chamomile, lavender, lang essential oils. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much. This is so sweet. I love the good smell. So check out her Etsy shop if you guys want to try that out. And oh, okay, I think that these are some of those oh my gosh, I love how she's got informational cards. These are so cool. Again, for people who don't really understand or know how I don't have these stones memorized. So I love having a little explanation so that I can start learning and training myself. These are literally flashcards. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at these stones. They need to go in my car as soon as possible, guys. Wow, this is the clear one. So this one is clear quartz, and it looks like it's amplification and healing. We've got this one, which is obsidian, grounding and negativity reducing. Oh, let's keep this one extra close. And then we've got this one, amethyst, which is protection and spirituality. I definitely know what an amethyst is, but this one's so clear. I love that. And then finally, there's this one called carnelian, and it's creativity and grounding. I love that. Wow, thank you so much. These are so sweet, and these are awesome. This is gonna be a daily use thing. So go check them out. Go support small business, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.